David Schneider, Whiskey City Trad Gear. I am telling you, I'm super stoked, buddy. Super stoked to put out this video. You all think it's just a little thing. You may not think it's a little thing. Those of you know that you know. So here it is. I'm with Justin Iverson. Justin Iverson is with Pro Silencers. And Justin he's got a better mousetrap, folks. I know you think everything's been done in archery before, but this is something that really took us by surprise here at Whiskey City Trad, and it's his Navajo Wool string silencers.
Yep,
Navajo Wool. Navajo Wool. And just what, you know, with all the string silencers out there, there's millions of string silencers. What's a few tidbits of information you tell us? Why Navajo Wool over all the rest of the material out there?
Navajo wool is a little bit thicker than a typical wool, so it's kind of more springy. So it has a little bit more of that dampening force, I guess, behind it.
Right.
The big thing with these silencers is the installation. Everybody that I've ever talked to, they all ask each other, you know, how do you guys do your silencers? How do you install them? How do you trim them? Everybody does it differently. So what I did is I basically designed a process to make them that makes installing them extremely easy. So you can do it in under 60 seconds. You just split the string apart, put it through, which we'll demonstrate here in a second.
Yeah.
But basically what we're doing is making it easy to install and then using premium material, so you can't beat it.
Awesome. So, and I tell you, we like them so much. We've been running them on our boat. Full disclosure, Justin is a member of the Whiskey City Trad Archers here, and we actually had a shoot here today, so it just made sense. And we went and we're collabing with him because we believe in this product 110%. I've been running this for about the past 6 months on 4 or 5 of my bows, and I'm telling you, he's made me a believer. So we stuck our name to it. So we're collabing with Pro Silencers. He has a Whiskey City Strings edition. Now, I tell you, this isn't the only one you got. You got several, right? But this is the Whiskey City Strings edition. But how many colors do you offer altogether? I know you got the board here that I asked you to bring.
I've got 50 different color combos that I have already.
Yeah.
And then these are, what is it, the top 24 different ones.
Yeah. Come on in here, Hunter. Take a look at that.
So those are going to be the top 24. It's not the cleanest display here, but it does the job. So
Absolutely.
And then I can also do custom combos, custom sizes.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of different areas for tuning the bow.
Yeah. Now, I tell you what, he's just getting started, folks. He's been doing this. I know I've tried 3 different versions. He's a perfectionist. I get it. I respect it. I understand it. But like I say, I've been shooting some form of Pro Silencers actually for over the last year. For the last 6 months has been what he's settled on. And he don't only have these out to me, folks. He's put these out to many people in the Whiskey City traditional archers, and he's been getting the feedback, and he's ready to go mainstream with it now. So I'm excited to offer on the www.wctrad.com, I will be offering the Whiskey City Trad Edition. But if that's no good for you and you want a different color combination, no harm, no foul. Go check out his place. You can get a hold of him at Pro Silencers. Is it prosilencers@gmail.com?
Yep.
And are we at a website status yet? I know you got a Facebook page.
No website, but we got the Facebook.
Yeah. And so, as you know, these things get cooking, man. You might have that website, but right now he's just getting started, and I really think he's onto something big here. So without further ado, without wearing you guys out, we got a Ben Pearson Palomino. How about that, Greg Richards? We got a Ben Pearson Palomino on the table. You know Greg Richards from 3D Archery on YouTube. Who don't know Greg Richards? Right. Huge Ben Pearson Palomino fan. So that's going to be the test subject. He's got instructions in every one of these. And as crazy as it is, this is a medium I'm holding up to you. there's 3. there's 3 numbers. That's it. I never, had 3 steps putting on any string silencer in my life. So I'm actually going to let him do this on this bow and show you. He's shown me. It's the way I'm doing it now. Made me an absolute believer. It's so easy. It's crazy. So here we go. Right now he's opened the package.
This is what they look like, how they come. I have them put together into basically a log. So what you do is you come in here to the string, you separate the 2 bundles, just like this, put it through, you line up the string right on top of that gray string in the middle of the silencer, and give it a couple of twists, put it back in place, and then you'll just move up here to the top one.
And hold that bow upright. Split the string somewhere in there, wherever you think it needs to go. You put it in there, you hit it to center, And like he said, you twist it a couple. Oop, I went the wrong way. My bad, my bad.
You don't even necessarily need to twist it.
It just kind of holds it in place. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
And then you can just string her back up.
Then we string her back up, put some tension on it. Just go ahead. I'm not going to bore you with this. We'll string it up. So we got the Ben Pearson strung back up, folks. That's what they're going to look like right there. Right? Am I leaving anything out, Justin?
Yeah, so once they're in here, just want to make sure that they're straight. If you need to straighten them left to right, you can do that just by pulling them a little bit. You can slide them up and down if you need to get them into different spots.
Yeah.
You know, so let's say one of them's an inch off, or you want to tune the bow, you can just slide them like that. When you're ready to shoot, you just grab the twist ties or the zip ties like that, peel them off.
Come on now. That's what I love about them, folks, right there.
Do that one and that one. And then now you just shoot a couple arrows, and usually about
Look at that.
30 to 50 shots, they'll fluff out completely.
I love the size of them too. And I don't know how you get them so centrifugally round, but you do.
It's all about the manufacturing process.
You know, and I don't know if you want to talk about it. I mean, but why not? Now you don't. Where do you source these? I mean, like I know you don't have a Navajo wool in your backyard. Is there a certain place or?
Yeah, so I originally started off using a bunch of different wools, kind of trying out some of the different wools that were available.
Yeah.
And I ended up coming across some Navajo wool,
Right.
and I sourced from a farm down in New Mexico, the
Awesome.
Navajo wool. So what they do there is they grow it. They also clean it and dye it there too. So I have options that are dyed. I also have undyed options, which are going to have all the lanolins in it, so they have all the oils. So lots of different options.
Now Navajo wool don't retain water. That's what. Because I looked it up when you started saying I'm going with Navajo wool, because he had tested all the other wools on the market, right?
Yep.
And you said Navajo wool, and I'd heard of Navajo wool. I really wasn't sure what separated it from everything else, but there's a separation, clear, distinct separation.
It makes a big difference. A lot of people are going to use, like a softer acrylic yarn or even alpaca. It's really soft. It doesn't have that kind of springiness to it.
Yeah.
The Navajo yarn but wool is going to be really nice because it's going to act more like the rubber silencers without the kind of boinging noise that you get from the rubber ones.
Love it. All right, well, folks, there you have it. I mean, really, there's not much more to talk about than that. It's a 3-step process. It's so simple that I'm telling you, the way you just slide the things off the end, and next thing you know, your silencers are fixed to your bow. You can move it up and down when you're tuning your bow, put it wherever you want it, and I don't know if a lot of people know this. I don't really give a lot of tech tips. That really isn't my shtick. There's plenty of other people in the market that do this. But Justin, there are people that go to tune their bow and they just can't get something quite right. It's either a noise of the bow, or for some reason or another, that arrow wasn't doing exactly what they thought it needed to be doing, and they change their silencers, and kabam. People don't think silencers when it comes to tuning a bow. When you're looking for the umpth degree of precision, think about your silencer, so folks. It makes a difference.
There's 2 big things: the weight and the placement. That will make the biggest difference with silencers.
In silencers. Yep.
So if your bow's loud, try moving your silencers around. One thing that I've been doing is moving them a little bit further out towards the tips.
Yeah.
Closer in towards the serving. It's going to slow down the string a little bit more.
Yeah. And these are things I never really even considered in all these years of shooting trad and shooting single string bows. A silencer to me was a silencer. They all worked, but there are differences. And I've waited too late in life to figure it out, but glad I have. Thanks, folks. He's got a large and a medium. The large is, explain that. I like mediums between your larges.
Medium is going to fit 90% of bows. If you
Right.
have a loud bow, a noisy bow, or you're shooting something that's over 50 pounds, I do
Right.
have a size large. It's going to be about an 1/8 inch larger diameter. It is slightly denser, so it's going to have a little bit more weight. Anything that's lower poundage, I wouldn't recommend the larger size. So medium is going to fit 90% of the situations.
So medium's going to fit about 90% of your bow. If you're on the fence about it, medium's probably the way you need to go, is basically what I heard there. But
Yep.
he does have the larges available for those that know better or know that want that option. So
I do have a size small as well. So if that's something you're looking for, let me know. That's targeted more towards speed, so like bear bow.
yeah, that works. And but the diameter, everything the same? Is everything the same, or is
Medium or large is about an 1/8 inch larger diameter.
Is that
than
what
the
it is?
medium. And the small is about an 1/8 inch smaller
smaller?
than the medium.
Got it.
And then the density changes as well.
Okay. Oh, so the density changes in the. I got you. All right.
So played around with different recipes of densities and sizes and stuff like
Thread
that.
count or what have you.
Basically, yeah, to figure out a good combo.
I do remember having that conversation with the beautiful thing about me being on the side of the fence is I've had these conversations with him. See this, the more you shoot them, I mean, what's the life expectancy of an average set of silencers? Do you even know?
I have not found it, but I know Abe Hall's been shooting some Navajo Wool Silencers for 20 years.
Yeah. And
so they last a pretty long time. I mean, the only thing that's going to really affect them is if you get them stuck in a thorn bush or something and start pulling out.
Yeah,
but
and he has really done a deep dive into string silencers. So I'm excited. I know this thing's going to take off for you, brother. So I appreciate you doing the Whiskey City limited edition. I don't know how many we're going to put out, but there we are. We got our own limited edition, and it's kind of like a black, gray, and white. It matches a lot of color combinations.
Whiskey City colors.
Whiskey City colors right there, folks. I really love it. So Justin, I appreciate it. You got anything you want to add before we get off there?
These ones aren't fully fluffed out yet, keep in mind. So once they do fluff out, they're going to be a little bit more.
There's going to be no gaps.
Yep.
That Navajo wool is not expanded quite yet. About what, 25, 30 shots, and you'll be right where you need to be.
Yep.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Check out the website. They'll be on there soon.